The Vast of Night is an Amazon Prime Video original science fiction mystery film starring Sierra McCormick, Jake Horowitz in the lead roles, and it's directed by Andrew Patterson. Now, it's very difficult to review a film like this because after watching it, I read a few user reviews on IMDb, and I can understand that this movie is not for everyone, but the movie overall is a very good movie. What I love about this movie, especially my favorite part of this movie, is the way it's presented. Yeah, it's a low budget film. Obviously, when you watch the movie, you will get that vibe right away that it's a very low budget film. But the way it's shot and the way it's presented to us is um, it's a very fresh take on what is already a familiar subject to us. The story is very simple, but the way they made it seems like it's a very fresh take on an already familiar subject. So that's what I love about this film to the core. And the dialogue, yeah, I don't know what it was like in the 1950s, but the dialogues at the time seems very realistic, and the way it's delivered as well is was brilliant. The performances by the lead actors, Ciara and Jake, are brilliant. I found a bit the background actors to be a bit off. I don't know, but it's the lead actors that are in the movie the majority of the time. So based on their performance, it's very brilliant. And this is the director's first film, and for a first film, it's really not that bad. I mean, this guy is even comparable to Christopher Nolan, a director who I love very much and keeps on turning masterpiece after masterpiece. And this is his first movie, so I hope this director goes on to make more movies like this. But as for a first movie, it's really good. And just look at the way it's made. When you see this movie, it really looks like it's made in the 1950s. Even the aspect ratio changes sometimes in between films, and it goes from this cinematic aspect ratio to rounded rectangle TV in the 1950s. It goes back and forth like that, and it's very fresh take on it. The camera work is also done very nicely. The thing is that yeah, it does have a low budget feel to it, and the camera work is done in such a way that it makes it look like the whole movie is done in a sepia tone until it gets to the night scene. But all the day scenes, it makes it look like it's done in a sepia tone. Just look out for that when you watch this movie. Like whenever there's a huge amount of light, it's very much done with a sepia tone. But I kind of get it because if you watch films of that time, especially an American movie, and the color, if you look at it, it's very sepia-ish. So again, you should watch this movie just for the presentation of it. It's the presentation that really got me hooked into the movie. Otherwise, it's a very familiar story where these guys find a frequency which is a bit off, and the entire movie is about the investigation. So there's a lot of back and forth talking. It's very dramatized. There's a lot of drama in it, and yeah, that's the kind of thing you should look out for when you're watching this movie. And it's because of all this that I'm giving Vast of Night a 7 out of 10. It's a great movie, and it's a movie that everyone should watch. Yeah, there are certain problems with it, which I'm going to tell you about it right now. I can get that this movie may not be made for for an Indian audience. For an American, sure, but for an Indian general audience, I can see how you might get bored. I mean, the first 30% of the movie, I get that. And it makes you feel like you want to turn it off and watch something else. I really get that temptation, but really powered through the movie. This movie is generally made for those who have a lot of patience, if you get what I mean. Like most of these drama movies, you really need a lot of patience to get through it. It's like watching Haydar. It's a very slow movie. It takes a while to get to the good part. So you really have to power through that. And once you watch the movie fully, I get the boredom that you might face. But if you're a real movie lover that likes a great story with great presentation, with great direction, with brilliant performances, then this movie might be very engaging for you. Even I felt a little bored once the movie started, but once you get more into that movie, it's a really engaging film. So it's a must watch. It's released on Amazon Prime Video on May 29, 2020. And it really won a lot of awards too. So if you want to watch something, it's only. And the movie is very short too. So you are not going to get that off about it. So the total runtime of the movie, I'm going to put it right here. It's only about like an hour and a half. So you're not going to get bored the whole way. That much I can guarantee you. Because once it gets to the climax, it was like, wow, the ambience, the atmosphere that this movie presents is just out of this world. I was blown away at how this director, that too for his first film, managed to managed to present in a very immersive way. And that's all for my review of The Vast of Night. If you like this video, please hit that like button. Please share this video with your friends. Please hit that subscribe button and hit that bell icon too so that I keep coming onto your feed. You already know what movie I'm going to review next. It's going to be Panmagal Vanda starring Jyotika. So watch out for that review on Wednesday. And why Wednesday? Because I want to review another movie on Saturday. So watch out for this movie review. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.